2K trading in the building. Let's get into this quick stock market update. But today's update is going to be a longer video because we got a lot to talk about what happened from last week up until this week. Man, what an amazing week that passed, and an amazing week this week to start off. All right, let's talk about my last couple of videos and the things that I try to address in those videos. All right. The first thing is that a couple of videos ago, I was letting my 2K trading community know that we was going to buy tech while tech was going down. We had NVIDIA at 170 at one point. We had Oracle in the mid 170s at one point. We had AVGO, Broadcom, at 320. Everybody was talking about the AI bubble, and they was trying to instill fear into the market. And I said to my 2K trading community, I said, listen, 2K trading community, we're buying the dip. Stuff was oversold, high quality names. And I let my 2K trading community know that we was buying the dip. I brought the dip. I brought Oracle. My average price for Oracle was about like 178. I just sold it last week for like 185 to 186 and 187 areas. Different sell orders. I made my profit. If I would have stayed in the trade a little bit longer, I would have made almost 10% on my money. But I sold it a little bit rapidly, but it's okay. I still covered profit. One thing I want to say is that sometimes when you get marquee names and the trade starts to go your way, you could sell some and try to keep some. So just in case tech goes up more. All right, so I alerted my 2K trading community about that beforehand while the downturn was taking place. So whoever watched those videos and did they due diligence to figure out what they was looking for in the tech space, everybody made money. I know I did. All right. All right, so we talked about NVIDIA, we talked about Broadcom, we talked about, what's the next one? NVIDIA, Broadcom, and Oracle. All right, so we talked about those stocks right there. There were some other tech names that had went down also, and they came back and they had a big rally leading from last week until this week. What happened with Oracle? Okay, it was down. First, they hit Oracle with a news saying that they wouldn't be able to get funding for a certain project that they were supposed to get funding for. The stock went down. That's when I brought the dip. All right, quality names. They throwing some stuff in there. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, guess what happened? The TikTok deal came through for Oracle. In the after hours, it starts to skyrocket. That's when I started to sell. You see how two different news segments came into play? All right. These are the things you need to watch out for as a beginner in the market. Try to analyze the market in the whole spectrum. All right. And don't be scared to buy the dip on tech. All right. All right. So moving on from the tech, I alerted my 2K trading community about the tech. Okay. Now let's move into this week. I made my profit last week and I was up significantly, and I'm very happy about it. And I hope that whoever watched the videos made the right moves that they need to make in their portfolio. Remember, this is not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. All right, this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so now on Friday, I shot another video and I alerted my 2K trading community about this stock that I brought, Lamb Weston, LW, Lamb Weston Holdings. Their focus primarily is on potatoes. Oh my gosh. I couldn't believe I took that trade. All right, so what happened with that trade was they had earnings. The earnings was bad. They went down significantly. So I was like, you know what? I could probably try to buy a few shares to try to see if it could have a little pop back up. And then I make some profit. All right. Wrong idea. I didn't do my due diligence on the company. And when I came to find out after I done took the trade and put my money into the company, I came to find out that they only focus on potatoes, French fries, and different ways to do French fries. I'm like, yo, what kind of company is this? They've been operating since 1950. You've been operating since 1950 and you can't find anything else to do but daggone potatoes? Like what? Like this is why I didn't like the trade. But the only thing I did like the trade, like I said in my last video, is that it had a dividend that's supposed to be ex-dividend date on January 30th. But this is what happened. So we come into this week, the stock goes down even further. It put me down over 10%. I'm like, what? So this is what I did. I sold out of it, right, at a loss. All right. I took a significant loss. All right. I'm going to be official. I took a $500 loss on that trade. All right. But this is what I did. I seen a couple of stocks that I liked better than this stock. And the stocks that I seen was kind of in my price range that I thought that I could make a profit on the stocks. The stock that I got into, which was yesterday, was Nike. All right. I brought Nike for $57.22. Then I brought Coinbase. Nike's ticker symbol is NKE. And then I brought Coinbase, ticker symbol COIN. All right. I brought Coinbase for an average price of about $239 and change, in the upper 239s. I'm in that position. All right. So I took the loss. Sometimes you got to take a loss when you make a mistake. And I knew that Lamb Weston was a mistake. I didn't do my due diligence on the company. I'm not investing in nobody that's focused on no potatoes. All right. You already know what time it is. Big time. All right. So now I get into Nike. All right. In the after hour yesterday, all of a sudden news came out that Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, brought close to $3 million worth of shares of Nike. I was like, yes. Yes. All right. So that put me into profit immediately in the after hour. All right. I sold it already today. I already sold it already today for like about a 3 to 4% profit already. So I'm done with that. I sold Nike. I sold it at $59.30 and another order of $59.15. And I did a mistake order. I brought it again at $59.44, and then I sold it again for $59.64. So I cleared out that trade. Another thing is too, when I took the loss on Lamb Weston, LW, I brought into ticker symbol BOIL, which is Boyle, right? It's a double leverage natural gas ETF. I seen it was oversold and I brought a few shares. I made profit on that also. So with Boyle and Nike, I already decimated my loss. I decimated my loss right now. I think I'm at a loss of just $150. So I made a comeback, right? Word to the wise is that sometimes when you get in a bad trade, you got to understand you got to use your capital correctly and know that if it's a bad trade and you see something better that's more interesting, don't be scared to take the loss, because you can make the money right back just like that. And that's what I did this week. All right. All right. So we went over the stocks that I traded and everything. Everything's cool. So now the other thing that I wanted to talk about is that we talked about tech, the tech comeback, and we talked about me getting back the money that I lost with a couple of trades. And I'm still in Coinbase. I think Coinbase could have a nice little run up because Bitcoin is down right now. All right. So I got into another trade also today. Micron. All right. The reason why tech ended up going up, another thing I wanted to highlight in this video is that the reason why tech went up, it was after Micron's earnings. When Micron's earnings dropped and Micron skyrocketed, like I said before, market areas. If Micron goes up, and Micron is still going up, all right, and it's way overbought. I'm also shorting Micron right now. I'm in this ticker symbol MUD, and I'm going to present it in a YouTube short pretty soon. Micron is still running up. Micron is dang near almost at $300. It was trading before the earnings like close to 221, 230. All right. So it ran up significantly. But this is what happens, right? They was throwing shade on tech, right? Everything was going down. NVIDIA was going down. Oracle was going down. This was going down. That was going down. A lot of big names was going down. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Micron's earnings sparked up the tech rally again. Why is that? Because Micron is a great company, but it's not a better company than NVIDIA as far as the chips is concerned. So if you see Micron going up to 250, 260, 270, and then you got NVIDIA still around the 170 price range, that means tech is going to go up. You got to understand the market leaders in any area in the market. These companies are what move the markets. Apple, Meta, NVIDIA, Oracle, Broadcom, Netflix, and the list continues, all right? So listen, we have to understand market dynamics. When you understand market dynamics, you'll be better off in knowing when to buy and when not to buy, and when to short and when not to short. Because they're always going to hit a lot of news, make you think this, make you think that. But when you come to this channel right here, we're going to break it down so we understand. And that's word up, and that's real talk. You know what I'm talking about? So listen. All right, moving forward. It's a short week this week. Happy holidays to everybody. The power of the positive manifestation, 10,000 steps a day, healthy, wealthy. Thanking God. $300,000 in your brokerage account, $300,000 in my brokerage account. We're going to keep it moving. All right? So, whatever information I shared in this video, if you liked the information and you felt it was educational and it might have helped you out to think better about the stock market and how to get in and out and try to make money, please drop a like and subscribe and share with others. I would really kindly appreciate it. All right? And that's about it. Yo, 2K trading. Much love to y'all. And watch out for my YouTube shorts coming up. Remember, my last trade is MUD. This is a ETF, a bear ETF on Micron. All right, that's what I'm in right now. All right, and I'm also in Coin, and I'm still in Netflix. I'm down significantly on Netflix still. My average price is about $99, but I'm still in Netflix because they playing games with Netflix. But it's okay. I'm going to keep moving around, making money elsewhere, and I'm going to get back to Netflix. But I'm still down on Netflix, all right? All right, so you guys know what's going on with me. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. Please consult a financial advisor before you start trading and investing in the stock market. I really appreciate y'all. Remember to like, subscribe, and share with others, please. Doing my best to get to 500 subscribers. But if you like the information and it's educational for you, just, drop the thumbs up and subscribe. I'm going to be dropping some new YouTube shorts. And I'm also going to try to set a subscription where you guys could get my alerts first when I'm taking my trades, so you know exactly what's going on. And if you do want to participate, that's up to you. All right, man. Peace. 2K Trading. Peace, y'all.